when it's time to heal and feel, be real. You just gotta take your time, unwind and chill. Cause now it's time to love yourself. Build emotional and mental health. Cause Black woman, it's time to heal and feel, be real.
Hey y'all, we're back with another episode of Black Woman Healing Podcast. But before we jump into it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share love across all of our platforms. As usual, I'm Myra.
And I am Donika.
And today, no icebreaker. I want to get into the tea.
Okay, Let's
get into the tea.
We like tea.
First off, girl, you so corny. But first off, my question to you is, how do you feel about talking about romantic relationships and friendships after they've ended? Like, what are your general thoughts about that?
I mean, my first instinct to say is, it's your story. You know, it's part of your story. So you should be able to share your truth and however you want to. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I think if I'm thinking about, we're gonna get into my person. Let's just start with that. I think you should be able to share your own truth.
Okay.
Your relationships, friendship, romantic, whatever. It's your truth. It's your story. What about you?
I agree to a certain extent. I think you should be able to, but I think that you should also be selective with who you share it with because you don't need, because it's still like your business. You don't want to spread like wildfire.
Okay. So selective of who you share it to or with.
Yes. And I think some details should be kept to yourself. Y'all are probably wondering like, why am I bringing this up? So you told me that you didn't know, but Halle Berry's ex-husband has been sharing all their business from their marriage that ended over 10 years ago. And some of the stuff he's been saying it's funny, but like it's not funny. Like how he like let everybody know that she proposed to him. Why do we need to know that? And then he goes on to say that he realized that she wasn't going to be a good mom because she didn't take care of the house. Like she didn't cook or clean at the height of her career. And that he had to check with her and make sure that she wasn't going to take none of his money because he buys all the houses and take care of the home.
Big stuff.
Why do we need to know those things? Like, out of all things, why are you picking to tell us those things?
Okay. Immediately. First of all, it's hilarious to me. I'm sorry, y'all.
So I was laughing too. I ain't gonna lie. Because the way he says it, like, at this big age, why are we talking about this? And you should see the people that are interviewing him. They're like, okay, tell us more. Because it's juicy. But at the same time, it's like at this big age, why is this what you're talking about? It is the Halle Berry. I get that.
The Halle Berry. And
but still.
I think that even in that,
yeah,
that's his truth. And I say that to say that that's a reflection of where he's at in life. Of like, I mean, when I hear people say, if they're starting to say like stuff like that about someone, it's like, you're a little bitter. You're a little bitter. And that's his truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get what you're saying about like, it's more personal. Like maybe tell your peoples about that. Like your close circle or square, whatever you got. Tell those people, but at the same time, that's that man's truth, and it says a lot about where he's at.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you feel as though if things about your relationship come up that are not true, that you should correct it?
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I mean.
Okay.
So I think that the way that he feels comes from this. So I feel like most of us know that Halle Berry was in an abusive relationship, but we can't identify who because she's never said.
How do we know that?
It's just, if you watch like her interviews and things like that, she talks about it, but she never says who. And people assume that it's him. And so he says in the interview, like, he feels some type of way because why aren't you correcting people, letting them know that it's not me? Oh. And I think that fuels him saying all these things. And so she hasn't said anything, and I would feel some type of way too because people looking at me like I'm beating on you, right? And so I think that kind of like has fueled it.
And that's fair because at that point, then we talking about public folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you are going to share that, not saying she has to share a name, but she has a lot of exes. That's kind of messed up. Like, you know, like, you know how many? I don't even be knowing stuff like that. But I know Halle Berry has a lot of exes, and so you telling me you just about to leave this out you're gonna say a little piece of it, but you're not gonna say who it is. So now, if I'm thinking of if that person, I don't know, was her husband also in the limelight? He's also I
believe he's a basketball player.
this how you? I don't even know. But
Yeah.
he's a basketball player. That's his reputation too. So now
Yeah.
everybody's speculating, like you saying. So now it's almost like he feels like he's defending himself, but now he's like coming at her when I didn't need to get this far. But I also, like you said, I feel that like, hold on, at least clarify and say it was one of my exes, but not this person.
But she got so many.
You know, that would make me feel better. It's
Yeah.
everybody but Donika. Donika
Yeah.
was good. I'm like, okay, you know, like I ain't gonna say nothing. Thank you for putting that on my name. That, you know, we're good, but that is kind of a little shady on both of them. But again, that's her truth.
Yeah.
She should be able to share her truth. And if she don't want to say the name, she doesn't have to. But then these are the consequences of not. And that's what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. And then she's so petty because she posts on Instagram.
She's petty too?
Oh, yes. But her petty is like a quiet petty. So she posts a picture of her and her husband with food in the middle of them. They laying in the bed talking about, whoo, what a day. I done cooked and cleaned all damn day.
Allie, Barry, what?
Have me cackling.
Subtle shade.
Subtle shade.
Dang, she over there living her best life too.
She is living her best life. I wish her the best. I hope that it feels like she has something going on too that I hope she heals from also, the both of them. But it just steadily makes me think about like just the common thread of us normal folk who are not in the limelight of how do we think about how we talk about relationships that have come to an end? Because for me personally, friendships that have come to an end, like I'm not really going to talk about you unless you do something that has pissed me off. Like if you reach out to me when like we know the friendship is done, I'm very petty. Donika knows. I will be like, have a good year. Like, what are you texting me for? I tell my friends stuff like that where it's like, I can't believe this person hit me up or contacted me. But as far as other things in regard to relationship, I don't feel the need to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta tell them the story. We ain't gonna tell them. We're not gonna say no names because shout out to Halle Berry. We learned that from you. Thank you.
Yes.
But y'all, Myra,
I'm petty. I know.
Myra had someone that she used to be friends with reach out. It's just after like over a year or something.
Yeah, it's over a year.
And the the friend reaches out, not in some like, you know, how you doing, but just on some other stuff.
Mhm.
And Myra ends the conversation with, have a good year. That means I'm not going to talk to you definitely for the rest of this year. Maybe not forever. That's what it gives to me. Not have
Yeah.
a good day.
No.
She said have a good year. And this was at the beginning of the year.
It wasn't. It was like in February.
That is so petty, but at the same time, fair enough. That's you saying like, I don't want to talk to you, and that's okay.
I don't. I think that for me, just personally, I know this is like a random tangent, but I feel like if I tried so hard to be a good friend to you and you can't give me like a legit reason why the friendship is ending and you come up with a bogus reason and I've done all these things, and not saying I'm doing the things I'm looking for something, but like I'm taking away time from my child to do things for you, and then you come back and you think I'm about to sit here and text you and have a back and forth conversation. I feel like that's disrespectful. Like I don't have it. You time is money. I can't give you no money. I'm broke. So that's just how I feel. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
And that's I respect that. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But in getting to that, I know this because we're friends. You're not
Yeah.
telling every single body you
Yeah,
meet
no.
about this, you
No.
know. I'm thinking of me personally now. This is what I wanted to get to. So
Yes.
me and how I handle it personally is one, I think that I'm pretty objective, like meaning I can be real honest when I do something wrong too. So if a friendship has ended and I've done something, I'm honest about it. Like, all right, I might not have handled that the best way as possible. Like I try to give different sides.
Mhm.
And I try to be as honest as possible. I don't think I shit on anybody because we all humans.
Yeah.
And like that's what keeps my sanity intact. Like I feel like if I shit on them, I gotta shit on myself because I also make mistakes. Like it's like a running thing. So I think for me, how when it comes to my friends, don't get me wrong, I might talk a little mess with y'all, like my
Yeah,
actual
for
friends.
sure.
But it's still in being objective about it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I can share my feelings without having to down this person.
Mhm.
that's my truth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's, again, I think that shows where I am in life. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, and who I am as a person.
Yes.
Um, Romantic too, because
Yeah.
I've had a lot of romantic relationships that ain't worked out. But it's the same, like great men, amazing men. You'll hear me say that all the time. Like, I've dated some amazing men. They just wasn't right for me for
And that's
whatever
okay.
reasons.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how I handle it. What about you personally?
How I handle like the ending of friendships and like navigating talking about it.
Yeah, you not gonna skip over the romantic. We know you're in a relationship, but also
Yeah.
romantic relationships too. Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know that I really talk about the people that I've dated like that or like the relationship. I try to be very careful because I think of it this way. Like, I know that I'm still going to be with this person. So I don't want my friends to continue to have like this looming thing about them. Like, I have a friend who, she don't listen to the podcast, so I can say it. I have a friend who,
Why
her
not?
husband decided that he was going to leave her. And I was like, he just came home one day and said that. Yeah, he just came home one day and said that. And then all of a sudden, we find out all these other things that he's doing. And so she's planning to leave him. But then something happened where now they together. And now I cannot shake what she told me about him. Like, literally, when I see him, I think, damn, I want to beat his ass.
Oh my
Like,
God.
that's why it be some stuff where it's like, I think for me personally, I just don't tell friends because I don't want them to have a certain idea. Now, it's a little bit different with you. Like, you know a lot of the ins and outs of my relationship, but
know
that's
them
more so
friends.
because you are someone who can have healthy disagreements. You can see both sides of things. You can challenge me while also challenging the other person, but at the same time, you can hold the heaviness and the emotion, right? And so not everybody can do that.
I agree.
So that's why I'm very like selective, right? But I think kind of like a similar thing in friendship too. Like, I do tell you because I know you're gonna see both sides. You're gonna hold it this way. You're not gonna, when we go around the friends, you're not gonna be like, they got you fucked up. Some friends you will be like, I hope you don't forgive them. You said that one time. No, not I hope you don't forgive them. You were like, they don't deserve to come back in your life or something like that. And I agree with it. I stand firm on that. But again, I'm not telling all my friends about that because then they might be like me and be like, I'm gonna beat their ass, blah, 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 whatever. Just
Yeah.
being very selective.
You gotta know your people. You gotta know your
do.
people.
You do.
And it is extremely hard to be subjective in that manner, in a sense of, if I love you and I care about you and you tell me something that has hurt you.
Hence my friend and her husband.
Exactly. And so now you now back with the person that has hurt you, and you don't have all the ins and outs of like what happened because you're not in the relationship.
Right.
In my opinion, that's, you come to invest it. Like, that's not, I love my friends, but I don't give a damn if you choose to stay with this person or in that friendship.
That's your choice.
And I can keep talking about it because I'm not that invested.
Yeah.
Like, I love you and I want the best for you. We can have these conversations as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest about like, hey, like if we are continuing to talk, be honest about that too. But this is your life.
Right.
I don't have to do, after me and you have these conversations and we hang out.
I don't live in that.
You got to go back home to that man who said he ain't want to be with you.
Yep.
That's hard. So I ain't going to make it more difficult for you on top of what you already got. And then when I'm around that person, I think what saves me too, don't get me wrong. Yeah, if it's like abuse and stuff like that, then that is where I draw the line.
Right.
I don't like that. So physical abuse, like when it gets there, yeah,
that's a no.
Nah. But let's say, yeah, okay, the man said he ain't want to be with you no more, and now y'all back together. You was hurt, you cried, it was horrible, you back with him. And then, like you said, you probably you have learned more stuff about him, which you have that on your mind. When I now get around this person, I try to see this person for a human being. You a regular person, a regular man, you make your mistakes. And that's how that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just the pain. I don't know. Like, I feel like this is like a gift and a curse that like God blessed me with. I feel like I feel too deeply what people feel, and I feel like I could read people's emotions too deeply. Because when I see them together, I could feel her pain. I could feel her hurt. I notice certain small things that other people wouldn't notice and how like the interactions are. And I hate that sometimes. Because I'm like, why do I feel this? And I feel it too deeply. And I think that's what bothers me when like I'm told something. Because now I'm already thinking, and I catch on to things so fast. Like, literally, I could feel something was going on, and I called her, and that's what she told me, right? And so I have this inkling, and now you telling me all these things. I hate that.
It's a lot. It's draining.
It's so
Like that empathetic nature. And I mean, it makes people special though. Like that's who you are, you know.
But
But
sometimes I'll be like, why me, God? Why? And
for
I've been like
real.
this all my life. Why? Why do I have to feel things in the way that I do? But
Yeah.
again, I think that I'm also thankful that I do, because something told me to reach out to her, see what was going on, make that extra effort. But yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta know your people though.
I
you
think
know?
that's like a great wrap up of like just knowing your people.
Knowing your people, and that's okay too. Like meaning you feeling like that. Not to say she can't tell you anything, but when
Yeah.
it comes to like finalities and like and when it's gone that far,
Mhm.
she might have wanted to sit in that a little bit more before she brought it up to you. You know,
And I will say, I think I do a good job in that, like, all my emotions and feelings, these are all things that are in my head. I never like display it to
express it.
her. Like, even
Okay.
when she comes and talks about it, I'm very much like I'm in it with you. I don't act no particular way towards him, even though, again, like the voices in my head be saying all these little things. I notice every little thing. I still am very careful with what I say, my
Well, that's what
interactions,
are we
all
talking
that.
about then?
It's just the tug of war that be going on.
But that's an internal thing. You know what I'm saying? And like that's fine. But we talking about people who, at least I'm thinking we talking about people who don't know how to internally like figure that out themselves. And you constantly like, huh, girl, why you with him? Here, you talking about him again? Why you take him back? Or
See,
like,
I'll be typing that and I delete.
it's not too many people I tell all my business to, and like really deep things. But that's a way for me. That's a way of healing for me.
Yeah.
Like I do for me need to talk about it, especially for people who are around. Like imagine like I'm going through a breakup like right now in this moment and you don't know about it.
I didn't know.
Girl, what are you talking about?
The last one,
The last one.
I kind of got sprinkles.
Like how many last ones is it? This is a shame. My memory last one.
I can't say it because I don't know if the person watches. Just,
What's the initial?
does that give you a hint?
That wasn't my man though.
But that was still a form of a breakup.
I told you.
Barely.
No, I'd see. That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother episode, y'all.
I told her
Barely.
because I can't sit around and we could just sit here and we talking. I'm over here dying inside.
Yeah.
Like my friend, like you, it's a release too. So now you at least know what's going on.
I agree.
So I guess if we wrapping this up, know the people, know your people you're talking about. As far as if you are going through any breakups, if it's past, current, whatever.
Friendship breakups included.
Friendship breakups included. And then also know your truth. How do you want to talk about this? Is it okay for you in this moment in your life to like go in and talk about and tell the world whoever you want to? Or you want to be one of those folks who's like, I don't want to talk about that. I plead the fifth. It's your truth. Whatever you want to
Yes,
do.
I agree.
But it's happening, y'all. We doing it. So
Yeah. That's it for this week's episode of Black Women Healing Podcast.